good evening, or good afternoon, depending where you're at, right? Welcome to the VIP Lounge. I'm your host, Vince McSham. Thank you for joining me here. Let's bring that down just a skosh. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just wanted to hang out a little bit, say hi, and I know a lot of you guys aren't watching the NWA, and I keep harping on that, but that's okay, because I'm here to give you your fill. Another good week. NWA starting to get its traction back. The roster's starting to fill in. It's starting to look a little bit nicer. It was kind of rough coming out of COVID, but they're doing a lot better now. They've got some names that you'll recognize, and they're starting to deliver a little bit better. This episode was better because they had a lot less talking. Their promos aren't strong. A lot of them aren't anyway. So this time they did a lot more in-ring activity, and we're going to take a look at something that happened here. I don't normally share like video clips and stuff, but this one was just insane. And I was watching it while I was getting ready to go to bed. So I got it on the TV. I'm in bed, getting ready to fall asleep. And for the first time, and by the way, hi there to Prime Time and Cade. Thank you, guys. New Spider-Man suit got revealed. I'm not that huge a Spider-Man fan. I mean, I can watch a movie or two, but it's not like my thing. But I'll have to check that out in a little bit, because now you got me curious. Anyway, our good old boy there, Sal Rinauro, has earned himself an opportunity to go up against the Pope for the national championship. And he was going to see if he couldn't win that thing, you know, win one for the Gipper thing. And good storyline going and all that. And Colby Corino, which of course is the son of Steve Corino, comes out and attacks him and is going to make sure that he can't wrestle the match, which he effectively does. I don't know how much of this is work and how much of this was just a plain fuck up, but it was bad. Like I said, it was like midnight. I'm falling asleep, and this happens, and I'm like, holy shit, because I thought Sal was dead. What am I talking about? Well, if you haven't seen, we're going to take a look right here at the Jumbotron here in the VIP Lounge, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Come on, Sal! He's got this. Does he look like he's got it? Security! Like they're gonna do
I have no use for money whatsoever.
Security!
This is going to be bad.
Come on, Sal! Yeah!
I mean, seriously. He tried to protect him at the end there, and I think he kind of did. But, damn. When I saw him going up, and then he couldn't get him up, and then his feet started shaking, and he only had like 2 inches left of apron to work with, I just knew, unless he's going to put him right back down, which he clearly was not about to do that, that looked brutal. So, happily, it looks like Sal survives this. And I hadn't heard anything about an injury, but my God, if you can't... What was Dusty's quote? If you don't know shit, don't do shit. Well, no, don't do shit you don't know. That was a Dusty quote. I think he said it to Big Bubba, as a matter of fact. Don't be doing shit you don't know. WWE has been gutting their roster. More, of course, heads rolled just about, a week ago, a little less now. Names like Ruby Riott got cut and several others. One thing they are doing slightly differently now is they're letting them out of their non-compete clause. The only difference is they won't get their money for that non-compete time period. So those that want to give up the money can get out of their clause, which means you'll see somebody like Aleister Black showing up on AEW any day now. And that would be a good addition to their roster. Sadly, the booking committee over there is still going to screw it up, but what are you going to do? But anyway, NWA is definitely starting to take hold and start to do some really good stuff there, except for that poor Sal Rinauro moment back there. They've got a tournament they just announced, but they haven't given us the details on how it works now, but it's going to be a point system, and it's going to feature the two champions, the women's and the men's champion. So my guess from the sound of it, it might be something like they did way back in the day in Starrcade, I think it was, where you had several tag teams and several individuals, and a win was worth so many points, and it was kind of a round-robin tournament thing. So I think it's going to have something to do with that. Oh, there was more happening today. No, what happened to MJF last night? This is why I love this VIP, I think, man. Just hang out and bullshit. So what I missed? Or should I pull it up on the other screen here? Because now I'm wondering, what did happen to MJF? I mean, is he okay? Tell me whatever it is just storyline. Let's see, MJF. We'll put it down with the today filter. Oh, this doesn't look good already.
He's gotta have something big. Gotta be careful.
Oh, well.
The finish, I'm trying to say.
MJF needling Sammy, causing him to quit the inner circle. And then, of course, Sammy...
I'm skipping around here. It looks like he's selling a knee injury. I'm going to presume that's...
Just by the grace of Spears to win the Stadium Stampede for the inner circle just
I
a
don't know,
month ago.
Chris. Big risk here, man.
Got marked by Sammy. Doesn't Sammy have a habit of actually injuring everyone he gets in the ring with? I mean, not to steal too much of what comes out of Jim Cornette's mouth, but why is this? Oh my God! Ooh, what the hell happened up here? Brawling out on the balcony. Okay, so far, let's see. Everything looks like a work. Jesus Christmas! Holy shit!
Another great night in Jacksonville at Daly's place.
Well, we're never going to forget the Warriors here in our main event on AEW.
My God, somebody's going to end up dead on that show. Cornette's right. It's like backyard wrestling. I mean, I don't know. This is ECW guys knew what the hell they were doing. A lot of these guys, you can tell, do not know what the fuck they are doing. Don't do shit, baby, that you don't know. Oh, I didn't see him do the 450 through the table. I saw him do something close to that all the way out into like the second row a second ago. Yeah, Jim's not 100% into this. You know, I've done some of my recent streams here, and those of you watch, you get it, and you've heard it, where I'll just bumble along because my mind is on like 5 other things, and I just really want to get a certain, card out because I got a progressive storyline or whatever. And yeah, I'll draw a blank or because I got other thoughts all colliding at once, or I don't think Jim's into it at all at this point other than for the paycheck. I don't think he's all a fan of the product he's announcing.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
Sammy Guerrero has been wrestling longer than most ECW guys are. I find that incredibly hard to believe. What was he wrestling when he was 10? Well, he was selling a knee injury prime time, but is he actually hurt, or was that just selling? I just know Sammy's got a habit of, well, first, what did he do? He got in a lot of shit for something he did with a woman. And I don't know if it was something he did or said. And he got suspended for a while for that. And he's injured a few people now. I mean, that's at least, 3 minimum? Who fucked up Ricky Starks? Who injured him? Or did he injure himself? I don't even know. I just know he got a pretty serious neck injury. And your career isn't going to last long if you got a neck injury in AEW. I'll tell you that right now, because other than a handful of guys that know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, I saw that on the replay with Wardlow helping them out, but I just, again, I thought he was selling. Yeah, but that ring boy had a lot longer wrestling career than Sammy Guerrero is going to probably have at this rate, because I got to believe sooner or later nobody gets in the ring with this guy. Don't do shit you don't know. Let me tell you something, baby. I can only imagine being chastised by the American Dream Dusty Rhodes in a locker room. Whoever told you you could do that shit, baby? You can't. You suck. You suck. Don't be doing that shit, baby. That was brutal. We might have to take one more look at that too, because that really was yikes, man. I'll tell you, it popped me out of that chair, or out of the bed, I should say. I could not believe my eyes. All right, let's take one more look at this thing. Don't blink.
Come on, Sal! He's got this. Does he look like he's got it? Security! Like they're gonna do anything. Security!
Watch his feet, how they start shaking as he gets them up. That's when I knew things were going to go really bad. Look at his footing. Jesus Christmas. Doesn't matter how many times I see it. Man, that's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. So I have not heard anything official, but I think he actually protected him enough where he probably is okay. But damn. Oh. Damn, he looks hurt. I looked hurt. I felt hurt watching. So anyway, NWA is starting to put on some shit. So anyway, they have these two tournaments coming up, the women's and the men's, and it's going to be they're going to give more information next week. So I don't know that it's going to be a single pay-per-view thing, because they've got two pay-per-views and 2 nights at the end of August, I believe, coming to us from the legendary St. Louis, Missouri. And first night's going to be an all-women's pay-per-view event, which is being put together, managed, and run allegedly by Mickie James, although I believe it. And then on night 2 will be a typical NWA pay-per-view. I don't believe names have been given out yet of these two pay-per-views, and that's been one of my biggest knocks on their company right now. It's like, when you look at their naming of things, it leaves something to be desired. It doesn't have any punch to it. Strictly business. Really? That's going to send fear in people, isn't it? When our shadows fall. I thought that was a joke. I was like, no, that's not the actual working name, is it? But it was. Judas is in the house, or I should say he's in the VIP room. Welcome, buddy. You don't know what you've missed. All right, we can watch it one more time because it really was that good. Judas, just to get you up to speed here. Sal Rinauro and the NWA had a match this week on Tuesday's episode, and I'm showing this because most people aren't getting it, but I'm telling you, it's starting to get good. It's worth $5, guys. It really is. And Rinauro was going to get ready for a fight with Pope, but Steve Corino's son decided, and that's Colby Corino, decided that wasn't going to happen, so he attacks Sal Rinauro and then completely fucks up something he was trying to do off the apron. And it's just hard to watch, but, it's like a car wreck. You got to watch it, don't you?
Come on, Sal! He's got this. Does he look like he's got it? Security! Like they're gonna do anything. Security!
Keep watching the footing. Man, this never should have happened. I give it to Sal Rinauro, man, to trust this guy, this kid, in this situation. Oh, my God. I got nothing. I got nothing. Don't do shit you don't know. Yeah, I know Ricky got legitimately hurt, but did someone hurt him, or did he just fall the wrong way, or was it just one of those things? Because like I said, AEW seems to have a lot of injury. I'm guessing it's a really high and costly insurance program that you've got to be paying a premium on if you're in an AEW. Yes, they're going on the road again. And now with my new job, WWE comes here to the Orlando Amway Arena somewhere in late August for Monday Night Raw, and I'll be able to get in free of charge. By the way, do y'all know what the fuck they are charging for that shit? Now, me and my buddies used to go back in the day and watch the WWF when it came to town at the old Orlando Arena. And we would get front row every friggin' time. As soon as one card ended, they would announce the next one for a month or so later. We ran straight to the box office right after the show let out, and we would get in the first row, second row at worst. And those seats were like $40 to $60 top dollar. They are getting, and I shit you not, for the lower bowl for just Monday Night Raw. Not the day after WrestleMania, just Monday Night Raw. Which right now I believe is like the worst rated in history. And they're getting $600. $600 for that lower bowl within the first 10 rows. It's insane. Absolutely. For what? I mean, they don't even wrestle on that show. And if they did, it ain't worth no $600, man. This isn't real fighting. This ain't MMA. They're not paying $600 to go see friggin' Broadway shows, are they? Even, what was that damn show a couple of years ago that was so big that you had to wait a year to get a ticket for it? Even then, it wasn't $600. You know what? That may all be true, Cade, but I am telling you, that Sammy Guevara, whatever the fuck his name is, I can't. There's just nothing about this dude that I could possibly get behind. He does some sick shit. I just think he's out of control, and he's a danger to everybody. I don't care if you want to fuck yourself up. That's your right. But you're supposed to protect the other guy, and I don't see him able to do that with his style. Yeah, Kobe's moved up the ladder pretty quick, and I've only seen him a couple of times, but after this incident, I had to figure out, I was like, what the hell's up with this kid? Knowing his dad, I mean, he had to be trained. He has to know what he's doing or not to be doing. And watching some of his matches and stuff, he's got a nice little arsenal of moves already at a very early point in time, and some unique stuff going on, but he's so small. And people have to understand, Rey Mysterio was a fluke. That doesn't happen. You're not going to get somebody that's 5'8", 157 pounds and put a world title on him. You're just not going to see that happen. Hamilton, that's what I was trying to think. They were paying $1,000 for that shit? Really? All right, well, there's some sick people in this world. I don't know what to tell you. But at least with Hamilton, you know what you're. In other words, you're paying for theater. You're paying for the art, for the experience of that. The WWE and their weekly programming and their storytelling versus Hamilton. Hamilton is regarded, I've yet to see it, and I probably never will, but it is regarded as one of the greatest Broadway productions in decades, and wins all kinds of awards for the way they've taken historic events and turned it into a program. Whereas the WWE has Alexa Bliss with a doll. And she can magically appear and disappear. And make people do shit. Yeah, that's not $600. I'm sorry. I can't believe people are paying it. Now when I don't watch Raw, but if I see the highlight clips and see people in the first 10 rows, I just know they got way too much money in their world. I don't know why I stopped watching NXT. I stopped watching NXT way back when Bayley left. That's what I refer to as Bayley's class, because a few good names were in that group that left. I think Sasha left at the same time as Bayley. And then there were a couple of, Prince Pretty there. He left. Now he's free agent. But there were some really cool personalities back then, and it just felt like when they all kind of left, it wasn't the same for me anymore, and I stopped watching it. I missed the entire run with, what's his name, Bebe. So I didn't see any of that whatsoever. Again, just too many small guys. And you can sprinkle them in there, but when you're putting all your belts on them, it's like, eh. I did see, I forget the girls' names from NXT, but one of them knocked the other one legit out with a back kick, and I was like, holy shit. It was a rear spinning kick, and she connected with that shit. Japanese girl, and she laid the other one out. I mean, when she went down, it was a header face first, and you could tell that ain't no act. Girl went to go pin her, and you could tell she was telling her, I'm hurt, I'm hurt. And then referee stepped right in and then just called the match off at that point. But what a kick. They showed that thing from I don't know how many angles, and it was brutal. Impact, the only thing I get to see on it are the highlights that people put up on YouTube, those little chopped up things that are hard to watch because it keeps on doing all their little jump edits. I'm not going to pay for Impact. There's just no way. I mean, they're probably better now than they've been in a long time, but I just can't. I mean, because even if you get all the stuff on their channel, and I'm presuming it has all the old pay-per-views and everything else, most of their product has been horrible. If you go way back to the early days, back when it was TNA, maybe the first 2 years, it wasn't so bad. When AJ first came on the scene with Samoa Joe and the X Division was the hot title, it was pretty good then. But then all of a sudden, Kurt Angle and Scott Steiner and Hulk Hogan, brother, just kind of come along and squash that like a grape. But to each his own. Everybody's got something they like. All right, guys. Well, I just want to stop by and hang out a little bit here in the lounge and say hi, and we did all that. And I had to show you guys that Sal Rinauro thing. That was, I hope he's okay, because man, oh man, I thought he was quadriplegic when that thing first went off. But I think he's all right. We'll know next week, won't we? I guarantee you, if they don't push him out in a wheelchair, they are fucking this thing up. Because while I know that wasn't the spot they planned, use it and work it and put him in a collar. I mean, friggin' go old school with this shit. Wheelchair, back brace. I agree totally, Prime Time. The kiss of death if you're in the NXT is get called up to the main roster. No, I don't want to go. Please don't make me go. It's like a kid going to summer camp. No, Mommy, no. My career will be over. I got 2 words for you. Baron Corbin. Oh, my God. Did you hear what they're doing to poor Baron? They have trademarked some freaking ridiculous names. Oh, it's going to be so bad. It's like Friendly Corbin or something like that was one of them. The poor guy. He goes from this lone wolf, outsider, broody character that was like a legitimate badass biker thing that would have been a good fill-in for The Undertaker as he's leaving. You could have brought this dude in with that same type of aura, this invincibility thing. He's got a great finisher. He's a good worker in my book. I've always been a fan of his. I hate what they've done to him. And I wouldn't have let him cut the hair either, man. Let it be partially bald or whatever, but keep that stuff stringy down there and drawn out and just. But anyway, they've completely destroyed anything he had going. But that's what they do. That's what they do. They get in the back room there in WWE and say, hey, how can we fuck these people over? Okay, this time I mean it. I gotta go. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by the lounge. We'll get together and do this again real soon. I promise. I promise. Meantime, everybody have a great day. See you soon. So long.